Good morning, students. I'm Asha here. As we discussed in the previous class about Smita and Anand, Smita bit her lip in self reproach to blame herself. She had been so excited at seeing the announcement. What did she see in the paper, children? She saw the announcement that Pandit Ravi Shankar is going to play in Shanmukananda Auditorium, and she forgot here that her brother was very ill. She had seen how the doctors had shaken their heads gravely. She knew that how the doctors had given up hopes. Very seriously, the doctors had told, and that spoken words that neither she nor her parents could understand. Neither she means Smita and her parents could understand what the doctors had said. Somewhere deep inside, Smita had known the frightening truth. What was the frightening truth here, children? That Anant was suffering from cancer. So here he is going to die. But the word cancer had hung in the air. Her brother was dying of cancer, even though she pretended that all would be well and they would return together. She pretended that everything will be good. And one fine day, all the small family of 4, they will go back to their home in Gaganpur. This expectation was there with Smita as well as her parents. And he was only 15 years old. Who was 15 years old? Anant was just 15 years old. He was the best table tennis player also in the school. He was the best table tennis player in the school and the fastest runner. He was the fastest runner also of the school. And here he was learning to play the sitar. So here Smita and Anand, they both were taking the sitar lessons. But Anant was better than her as in many other things. So Anant was really better than Smita in any other things, because as I told you all, he was the best table tennis player, fastest runner, he was playing sitar. Okay. So as I told you all, he was the best table tennis player in the school and the fastest runner also. He was learning to play the sitar. They were both taking sitar lessons. And as I discussed with you all, he was a little bit self-talented. Not little bit. He was self-talented, or he was very much talented than Smita here. He was already able to compose his own tunes to the astonishment of their guru. So here he was already able to compose his own tunes. Astonishment, a feeling of a very great surprise. So then cancer had struck and they had come to Bombay so that he could be treated at the cancer hospital in the city. So he could be treated well in the cancer hospital in the city. So now I am going to read the next. Up to here you have understood everything. So now here I would like to read the lesson here. Whenever they came to Bombay, the family stayed with Aunt Sushila. Her apartment was not big, but there was always room for them. They had come with high hopes in the miracles of modern science. They told themselves that Anant would be cured at the hospital, and he would again walk and run and even take part in the forthcoming table tennis tournament. And he would play the sitar and perhaps would be a great sitarist one day. But his condition grew worse with each passing day, and the doctors at the cancer hospital said, "Take him home, give him the things he likes, indulge him." And they knew then that the boy had not many days to live. But they did not voice their fears. They laughed and smiled and talked and surrounded Anand with whatever made him happy. They fulfilled his every need and gave whatever he asked for, and now he was asking to go to the concert. The chance of a lifetime, he was saying. When you are better, his mother said, this is not the last time they are going to play. Smita stood at the window looking at the traffic, her eyes filled with tears. Her mother whispered, but you, Smita, you must go. Your father will take you. When she was alone with Aunt Sushila, Smita cried out in a choked voice, no, how can I? We have always done things together, Anant and I. A walk in the park might make you feel better, said Aunt Sushila, and Smita was grateful for a suggestion. In the park, people were walking, running, playing ball, doing yogic exercises, feeding the ducks, and eating roasted gram and peanuts. Smita felt alone in their midst. She was lost in her thoughts. Suddenly, a daring thought came to her, and as she hurried home, she said to herself, why not? There's no harm in trying it. It would be nice to go to the concert. I don't know when we'll get another opportunity to hear Pandit Ravi Shankar, she said to her mother later, and her father agreed to get the tickets. The next day, as Smita and her father were leaving for the concert, her brother smiled and said, enjoy yourself. Though the words came out in painful gasps, lucky you. Sitting beside her father in the gallery, Smita heard as in a dream the thundering welcome the audience gave the greatest master. Then the first notes came over the air, and Smita felt as if the gates of enchantment and wonder were opening. Spellbound, she listened to the unfolding ragas, the slow, plaintive notes, the fast, twinkling ones, but all the while the plan she had decided on the evening before remained firmly in her mind. The chance of a lifetime. She heard Anand's voice in the every beat of the tabla. So now I am going to stop the reading here itself, children. So tomorrow in our class we can have the explanation. Have a nice day. Bye, children.